warm welcome to Landmark Case Analysis, which is presented to you by LawSeco. This is Ankita Parida here. Let's proceed with today's discussion on the landmark case Reg versus Govinda. This is a landmark judgment given in the pre-independence era by the Bombay High Court on 18 July 1876 by a three-judge bench. In this judgment, the difference between culpable homicide and murder was decided. Now let's have a look at the section 299 of the Indian Penal Code and let's have a preliminary reading of it. Section 299. A person commits culpable homicide if the act by which the death is caused is done with the intention of causing death. B. With the intention of causing such bodily injury as it likely to cause death. C. With the knowledge that the act is likely to cause death. Section 300 of IPC. Section 300 says, subject to certain exceptions, culpable homicide is murder if the act by which the death is caused is done. Subsection 1. With the intention of causing death. 2. With the intention of causing such bodily injury as the offender knows to be likely to cause the death of the person to whom the harm is caused. 3. With the intention of causing bodily injury to any person and the bodily injury intended to be inflicted is sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death. 4. With the knowledge that the act is so imminently dangerous that it must in all probability cause death or such bodily injury as it is likely to cause death. Now let's have a look at the brief facts of this case. Govinda was a young man of the age 18 and his wife was of somewhere around 15. They might have had a fight and he kicked his wife and struck her several times with his fist on the back. This caused her no serious injury. However, she fell down on the ground and Govinda kept on hitting her after putting a knee on her chest and he struck her 2 or 3 times on the face violently with a closed fist. This took effect on girl's left eye, producing contusion and discoloration. The skull of the girl was not fractured. However, blood rushed into the brain of the girl and the girl eventually died as a consequence of this. Based on the state of facts, the session judge and the assessor found that Govinda is guilty of murder and he was sentenced to death. This case came up before a bench of two-judge bench of the Bombay High Court for confirmation of the death sentence. As there was a difference of opinion, this case came up before a bench of two judges of Bombay High Court for confirmation of death sentence. As one of the judge of the bench opined that it is a case of murder and another differed from this and said that it is culpable homicide not amounting to murder. And as there was a difference of opinion between the judges constituting the bench, so the opinion of the third judge was necessary. And the third judge, Justice Melvin, his lordship compared provision of section 299 and 300 of IPC, that is culpable homicide and murder. So the issues of law involved in this case is whether the facts of the case constituted an offense of murder or an offense of culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Now let's have a look at the judgment and reasoning given by the court. In this judgment, Justice Melvin marked the difference between the two offenses. He tried to showcase the fine difference that is with the culpable homicide and murder. Now let's have a look at this comparison. Firstly, subsection A and 1 shows that where there is an intention to kill, the offense is always a murder. So, in section 299, it says a person commits culpable homicide if the act by which the death is caused is done with the intention of causing death. So, in this case, it is culpable homicide amounting to murder. Also, it is same with the second one, that is, subject to certain exceptions, culpable homicide is murder if the act by which the death is caused is done with the intention of causing death. So these two are same. If the intention is to cause death, if there is an intention, then it is definitely that the offense is murder. Secondly, he compared subsection B and 3. So this section says if the offense is such that it is likely to cause death. For example, if somebody cuts somebody's hand with a knife to some extent and there is a huge blood flow, it is likely to cause death, but it is not definite and neither it is 100% sure that it will cause death. Comparing it to the subsection 3, which says with the intention of causing bodily injury to any person and the bodily injury intended to be inflicted is sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death. So this refers that in the ordinary course of nature it should cause death. For example, a person cuts throat of another person, then it is definite and it is also 100%, almost 100% that it will cause death, and in this case it is culpable homicide amounting to murder. But when it is likely to cause death, like in the case of cutting somebody's hand, then it is only culpable homicide which is not amounting to murder. Subsection C. With the knowledge that the act is likely to cause death. This is compared with subsection 4, which says with the knowledge that the act is so imminently dangerous that it must in all probability cause death or such bodily injury as it likely to cause death. So, for example, somebody is throwing pebbles or stones on the road which is busy with traffic. It might hit somebody's head and it might cause death. So, it is likely to cause death. In that case, it is culpable homicide. And that person has the knowledge that it is likely to cause death. However, according to subsection 4, this is eminently dangerous. In this, for example, a person leaves a cobra in somebody's room and locks the room, then it is eminently dangerous and with all probability it might cause death. And in this case, it is culpable homicide amounting to murder. So these are the differences, and it says that whether the offense is culpable homicide or murder depends on the degree of risk to human life. If the death is likely result, it is culpable homicide. If it is most probable result, it is murder. So, the distinction between section 299 and 300 was made clear by Justice Melvin in Reg versus Govinda, and there being no intention to cause death and the bodily injury not being sufficient in the ordinary course of nature to cause death, the accused was liable to culpable homicide not amounting to murder. Therefore, as a conclusion, the major takeaway from this case is the difference between the two offenses is a degree and not in the form. The degree of intention or knowledge determines the nature of the offense and whether it is murder or culpable homicide. So, this was all about this case. Thank you.